Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. So today I'm doing a contest entry for Logan at Swellheads Network. This is going to be a contest for his 700 subscribers. I enjoy his channel a lot. He shows things that I don't listen to, which is great. It's a great way to learn about new things. And I enjoy his channel, so definitely worth it. If you don't know him, check him out, Swellheads Network. So this contest is called the number one fan or the only fan. Basically, it's five records or five artists that you think you're the only person that ever listens to this band. No one else knows them, and you really like them and don't understand why they're not more popular. So I'm going to start off with the first band. It's a band we saw here in Portland, Maine. They came through about 5 years ago, and we saw them perform. I got them to sign the record for me, and it's a band called the Hot Sardines. They're sort of a gypsy swing band. Really fun album called French Fries and Champagne, and really enjoyed them. Because I like big band swing music, and they do some of that, but really fun. The Hot Sardines. I've never seen anybody show this before. French Fries and Champagne. Next band is a band I've shown before, but again, I bought this record in 1974, 75, and it's been one of my favorites ever since. And it's a band called the Central Park Sheiks. And again, they're sort of like gypsy jazz, a little Django Reinhardt kind of feel to them. As far as I know, they only put out one album, which this is it. They also do a little bit of Bob Wills and Texas swing music in here. It's a great album. Shipwrecked Man, I Was Doing All Right, a Gershwin song, Way Down Yonder in New Orleans, San Antonio Rose, which is a Bob Wills song, Cherokee, Honeysuckle Rose they end up with. Definitely a great album. Definitely something you should check out if you can find it, which is probably impossible. The Central Park Sheiks. Next one is an album that, this is a repress. The original, I was with my father when he bought it. So we're talking, I was in high school, so it's probably 1965 or 66, something like that. We're walking through a store, like Corvettes or whatever it was, and I start going through the records, and my father says, "Oh, this is on Bethlehem Records. You should always check Bethlehem Records. They always have interesting jazz." So I pulled it out. I had it for years. Sold the original when I sold my collection 15 years ago. And I was so happy to get a new one. And it's a singer-songwriter. His name is Bob Doro. This is the album called Yardbird Suite. And if you see down there, that's the original album down on the bottom there. And he may be the only vocalist that Miles Davis ever recorded with. They did a song together. Bob Doro plays piano and sings sort of like Mose Allison type of piano playing and singing. Absolutely love him. Always loved him. I have like 3 or 4 of his albums. But this was the original album from way back when. And original cover art, blah, blah, blah. Recorded in 1956, October 56 in New York City. Fantastic album. Great piano player and singer. He passed away just a couple of years ago. He used to play in New York all the time. Unfortunately, I never got to see him. But again, somebody might have heard of him, but not many. Bob Doro. Next one is an album I picked up at Goodwill a little while ago. I just liked the cover, and I read the people that play in the band, and it was right up my alley, and I just absolutely love it. It's a country swing, or not country blues, country folk, country rock. And it's a guy named Tom Pacheco. This is from 1974. It's country rock, country folk. He has a really deep, resonant voice. Turns out he's from Boston area. Went to Nashville, played around Nashville for a while, and finally gave up on the Nashville scene, moved to Ireland. He has a number of albums out that I looked for, and they're all released only in the UK or in Ireland. He has 3 albums in the US. The first one before this one, and one after this. This has people on it such as Steve Bruton, Doug Dillard, Doug Kershaw, Red Rhodes, Waddy Wachtel. So who's who of great Nashville studio musicians. And this was, he wrote all the songs on this album. He has a really deep, resonant voice, and I really like it. Fun record. Tom Pacheco, The Outsider. And the last one, number 5, this was an album, again, a blind buy. I bought it about 4 or 5 years ago. Never heard of the guy, but really liked it once I heard it, and I ended up getting about 4 more records by him. Whenever I see him, I pick it up. And there's a guy named Guy Van Duzer. And this is an album he put out with Bill Novick, and it's called Get Yourself a New Broom. Reminds me a little bit of Leon Redbone, that kind of music. Clarinet playing, things like that. There's acoustic guitar, vocals, clarinet, saxophone, bass, and drums. Just wonderful. I just absolutely went crazy for it. I love this stuff. And he does songs like Black Bottom Stomp, Limehouse Blues, Ain't Misbehavin', etc. Things like that. So I saw that. Really, I'm trying to get rid of that goddamn, there it is. So really enjoyed this album. And I started looking for stuff by either of these two guys. And after that one, I then found, right after that, something called Raising the Rent by the same two people, Guy Van Duzer and Bill Novick. And this was same kind of thing, also on Rounder Records. I always buy Rounder Records. Whenever I see a Rounder record cheap, especially at Goodwill and stuff, I immediately grab it. And then more recently, I found this one, which is Old Wood and Winter Wine, Guy Van Duzer and Bill Staines. Very folky. And then I also recently got Guy Van Duzer just by himself playing guitar. Oh no, Bill Novick plays penny whistle on this song, on this album too. But this one's really good also. Really like this one. Guy Van Duzer. So those are 5 bands or people that I'm the #1 fan. I may be the only fan. All right, that's my entry. Swellhead. Check them out, and congratulations on 700 subs. I'm sure you'll have 1,000 before you even know it. Okay? Hey, until next time, everybody, peace.